Hello, my name is Idiotic Mage, and this is different from the last video. I've decided to start a server, so we'll have later episodes where I'll have other people on the server for a bit of difference. I don't know, a bit boring with just me. So just started, just got the 2 wooden tools there that I've made from chopping down 1 fir tree. And that is about it. I'm underground because it's night and I will not survive because we're on normal difficulty. So I've just dug out this little hole with the pick to make that, using the fir saplings as fuel because I needed as much charcoal as I could get. And we'll just wait until it's daylight. I'll dig this area out a little bit just for something to do. I can hear a pig above. Maybe. Oh, there we go. Charcoal's done. Right, let's make some torches. And now we can see. Well, not quite now. Shift click on there, shift click on there, and we have light. Right, now. Oh, I shouldn't have used it all. Well, let's use sticks just to get 1 charcoal. Although, I suppose I could have used the wooden tools actually and use this cobble to make some stone tools. Well, it's done now, and there's still wood in the furnace, so I can just pinch a couple there, put you there, and let's see. Right, I'd like to make a chest, but that can wait. This will keep for making tools. Right, a shovel and a pick, an axe. Well, I'll use the wooden axe until it breaks. But we'll have a stone axe as well, and well, we'll need a sword. That can go straight out. Right, so that is the surface. I wish it was a bit higher, to be honest. But this is good. We're doing something at least until we're waiting. Until daylight. Until we're waiting. Silly bugger. Right. Won't worry about using the shovel yet. The shovel I'll keep for clay and sand, because we're going to be getting plenty of gravel and dirt while digging. It's not ever a shortage of that. Oh, I'm going to need food soon though. Oh, it's daylight. Right, let's dig our way out. Actually, I'll just put you in there for now. I don't want a hole. Is that... yeah, that's enough. I can make some sticks, and I'm going to place a fence gate as a door, because that is going to be enough to prevent spiders coming in. There's only the 1 block. Skeletons will be a problem if they get close, but to be honest it's quite narrow, so that's not a problem for now. And it'll prevent anything else coming in. Cave spiders would be a worry, but I'm not in a cave, not near a spawner, so that shouldn't be a problem. Right, let's see which way is best. Probably go this way. Oh, coal. Let's get you in. Feed the beast. Coal is better kept for things other than just smelting. If you're going to smelt things, it's a bit of a waste of your coal, really. So I'll be keeping that until I have other uses for it, and there are other uses for it. Thermal expansion uses it for is it thermal expansion? I could be wrong. It's used for quite a lot of industrial craft, advanced machines though, so coal is always good to be kept for that. What are they? Oh, dogs. Nice. Wasn't expecting to see dogs yet. Right, let's go get some meat, because we're going to be needing that pretty soon. Oh, what's that? There we go, spider. Oh dear. Oh, that was close. Right, I'll take these mushrooms, they'll be useful. And, well, with a bit of luck we'll find a skeleton, we can make a giant mushroom. But there's never really much of a shortage of mushrooms. Mushroom stew isn't really the most useful food. I mean, I prefer, as a food source, using potatoes or carrots you'll get from the villager farms. Just for the fact that carrots, you don't need to cook them. And you can eat the carrots and you can plant them and they'll grow more carrots. So it's a seed plant that you don't need to wait for it to grow to be able to eat it. So it's fantastic. Potatoes, they're the same, but if you eat potatoes raw, they don't heal you a lot. They don't replenish your hunger bar. But all you need to do is cook them and then they're just as good as carrots. And they're better than some things. I mean, they're not quite as good as you'll find with cooked meat, but it's not bad. Now I think this is amber. Yeah, it is. Because copper you can pick with a oh, this is wood anyway. Let's try with the stone. Oh, there's copper. Fantastic. Amber is a Thorncraft block, or amber in the ore, and its only use so far is for research, which you use to get discoveries to make various items in Thorncraft. There are a couple of items that you don't need to research for, and they're just the basics, but for anything even remotely advanced you will need it. Oh, where was I? I think I'm up there. Ooh, sheep, fantastic. Oh, zombie. I don't want to get too close to you actually, until I've eaten some meat. Oh, that'll happen. Oh, it's an angry zombie. No surprise. Right, where did I go? Right, so here's my house. Which way did I go? It was down here, wasn't it? Oh, an egg, that'll do. I'm a bit disappointed that I lost all that. But what's done is done. That was another egg. Where did the egg pop out? Oh well. There we go. There's an egg. Right, well, that's a great wood tree with the spider webs, and underneath that tree there will be a cave spider spawner, so that's a good thing to know. I'll put a waypoint by here, so then I can find it later on. I should have done this for my home as well, so it's easy to find. Right, so let's just put spider, and that'll be enough to remember what this is for. And oh, there's some clay, some sand, some squid, and some sugarcane, so that's ideal. Right, so let's go back up this way, see if I can find the stuff I dropped. I don't really want to be running, but I want to get there before it all disappears. I'm hoping to find some quicksand, because it's a new addition. Well, new to me, because I've only just started playing Feed the Beast. but it's fantastic if you can build. If you're building underground. Ah, here we go. If you're building underground, if you build the roof out of quicksand, then anything that walks over it, and things will walk over it, will get sucked through the quicksand, and it's very unlikely that they'll survive. Right, so where did that zombie go? Must have just burned up. No, there's no rotten flesh. Right, well, kill some sheeps. When I get some iron, I'll probably find a sheep and bring it back to keep for wool, but for the moment, just having an area close by. Ah, there's the zombie. Oh, and a skeleton. Nice. What happened to that zombie? Maybe he went behind that tree. Right, well, this is plenty of wool. Die, 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 die! There we go. Right, so kill a couple more sheep and then I think I'll go back home. Oh, what is that sound? Oh, well, that's the sword gone. Right, let's try and find home now. Oh, I missed a bit of experience. Let's go and get that. And then it's not up here. When I get back there I will put a waypoint because I'm useless at finding my way in the jungle. Right, I think... no, not down there. Well, it's probably a bit closer to that pool. So let's head that way and see if I can remember. Ah, here we go. I think... no. Oh, somewhere. No. Is this the area I was at, though? Ah, here we go. Right, let's put a waypoint here. Right, let's find out what the key config. Set waypoint. I don't like it being L. Before I do that... oh. Okay, that works. C. Waypoint. Home. Now this is only going to be a temporary home until I get a bit further established. Oh, more coal. Alright, so I still have a wooden pick. Let's use that. Oh, by the way, I found a smaller greatwood tree close to this area. It's pretty much just above there. I think it's that. Right, so let's get this coal. Actually, while I'm out and about, I should probably get some wood just before it gets dark, so then I can make some things. Ideally make a chest, so then I don't risk losing everything again. Right, so up we go. Ah, it's already getting dark. See, that is the greatwood, but this is a redwood. I'm going to get some redwood. Redwood is some from, I think it's from forestry. There's just a couple of things that it doesn't work for though, as like wooden planks, but for the most part it does everything that normal wooden planks would do. But some different mod recipes that require wooden planks, they'll only work with like jungle planks, oak planks and birch. Right, well, we have enough wood for now, so let's go in. And there we go, we are safe. Let's just put a torch by there, and how far can I reach? That'll do. Right, so I think I'll move this over into the corner so then I can have a double chest in between the two. Here we go. Ah, I forgot to shift. Right, so we'll need 2 of those. Just make 1 for now. I don't need to have 2. Right, that was copper, that's fantastic. Right, we have wool, so I can make a bed. Oh dear. I need to make some wood planks for that as well. Right, that can all go away. That can go away. Oh, I broke my sword, didn't I? Right, so I'll take that and 2 of those to make another sword. I'm looking forward to getting a bit further on so I can get the anvil. But unfortunately, Greg Tech has changed how you make the iron blocks. So it's a bit more complicated than in vanilla Minecraft. In vanilla, all you need to do is make a 3x3 square. So 9 ingots, and then you have an iron block. Unfortunately, in this, you need to have a compressor and a power source for it to make an iron block. So it's going to be a bit later on before I get that. Right, fantastic. Right, so let's put the pork in there, and I'm going to make one of my favourite items from this mod pack. It's a barrel, and these are so good for storage, especially for the things that you just find massive amounts of, like cobblestone, dirt, gravel and sand, because it can store more than 1 stack of something at a time. I'm sure you probably already know this. You might have even watched my other video where I said that. Basically, it can hold up to 64 stacks, and if you get the interdimensional storage upgrade and you shift right click with it, it can have 1024 stacks, which you can actually get more than that from a big quarry. So these things are useful, and later on in the playthrough, when I get a bit more well established, I will be using barrels quite heavily. Right, so might as well sleep, set a spawn point. These are annoying. Right, let's see, what do we want to do? I could do with having a few chickens about. I'm gonna chop the rest of that redwood tree down. I have a stone axe. I think I should probably upgrade that. Not upgrade that, add to that, make another stone one. Right, so I have that for sticks, and if you shift left click on a barrel, you can take 1 item out at a time, which is fantastic. If you just left click normally, it'll take a whole stack out. And while you're putting items in, right, let's just show you. You right click once, and that's it. If you have more than 1 stack, you right click once, it does just once. If, however, you have a massive amount of stacks there, double click on right click and it'll put everything of that item into the barrel. Fantastic little function there. Right, I will be putting a pressure plate down by there later on, just because if you open a gate and there's a pressure plate by it, it'll wait a few seconds and then it'll close by itself. So it's another little function that just saves effort. Oh, skeleton. Dodge, dodge, dodge. Give me some bones. Yay! A bone. It's better than none. Right, actually, while my health is as low as it is, I should probably get some food. And then I'll chop down... I'll chop down the great wood first. And then the redwood. Because the redwood is huge! Right, leave that open for now. Right, I'll put you away. Oh, I don't need you either. And, well, might as well put these two away. I'm only going to be using these for now. Do I have anything else to cook? No. Okay. Right, so let's eat some. And let's put all but two. No, let's say 3. So then if I die, I'm not going to lose too much. Alright. Let's get chopping. Boom, boom. Pick them up. And then... hut. Right, just going to spiral up here. I'm looking forward to finding my first bit of redstone on this map, just because that'll mean I'll be able to make a turtle. And I've written, in other playthroughs of Feed the Beast, I've written a turtle program, which I can replicate, obviously. And this program will not only chop down a redwood tree, which is 4x4, it'll also chop down jungle trees as well. And you could adapt the well, you don't need to adapt the program. Basically, the program is set so that it'll plant 4 saplings, and then it will wait until the tree grows. Now, for this to work, you need to obviously have saplings in the turtle's inventory, but you also need to put whatever kind of tree you're growing, whether it's redwood or jungle tree, you need to put a block of wood from that tree in the first slot, because it uses that to compare what's in front of it. So the turtle will be sat down in front of the tree, and it'll wait until the item in front of it is the same as the item in its first block, in its first inventory slot rather. And as soon as that is a tree block, a wood block, then it'll start chopping it down, and it'll go one side at a time. And I'll show you what I mean by that now. And it'll chop the tree down, it'll go all the way up. So basically, if it was started here, then it would cut here, and then it would dig this block, and then this block, and then the block that would be here, and it'll go all the way up and then come all the way down. And then there would be a chest. Well, the turtle would start on this side for one. A chest would either be down here or a double chest along here, and the turtle will then use some of the wood in its inventory to refuel, and then everything else in its inventory that isn't saplings will be put in there. And also it will leave one block of whatever tree it is you're using in the turtle's inventory, so it can just go again. The only thing I haven't done with the program, which I want to do, is to make sure that it can basically do that whenever it loads as a startup program. The only problem with this is if I logged out or the chunk unloaded while it was partway through chopping down a tree, I'm not sure how I could set it up to make sure that it carries on from the point I left off. So that's a bit of a problem. So I've done a bit of experimenting with startup programs, but that's basically limited to turning RedNet on, which is a fantastic little utility if you can figure out how to use it, and it's not easy to figure out, believe me. So it's going to take a bit more looking around on the internet really to find examples of how to do this and that, but I'll get there. And when we get to the point where I'm showing when I'm building a turtle in the game, I'll put a paste bin link up in the video description, just so you can see the code that I've done for redwoods, and you can use it how you want. Then you can change it. Maybe you'll be able to do the startup program I was talking about, and if so, then well done, and I'd like to see it. But that's for a future episode, so we'll see about that later on, won't we? It won't be too long really mining to get redstone. But the first thing I look for when I'm mining is gemstones. By that I don't mean diamonds, I mean rubies, sapphires, emeralds. Because they're in the industrial craft, I think it is. And you can make tools with rubies, sapphires and emeralds, and they are as good as iron. Like they won't break, they won't pick up obsidian like a diamond pick, but they'll last longer than iron picks do, and they're easier to find, and there's less uses for them. So like iron, you're always going to want to keep aside for something else because you're always going to be short of iron. But gemstones, you're always, once you seriously start mining, you're always going to have more gemstones than you know what to do with. So it's fantastic that you can make tools out of them and they're as good as iron. So that is always the first thing I'm looking for when I'm going mining. Coal I generally leave, because by the time I'm needing coal I'll be looking at mass excavation, either using a turtle as a quarry or using an actual quarry. And before that point I'll have branch mined loads anyway. So I'll have coal, but I'll just keep it until I get further into the industrial craft. And railcraft. I haven't done much with railcraft yet, but you do need coal for coal coke, which is the predominant fuel. I mean, you need to cook coal in a blast furnace, in a coke furnace to make coke. Coal coke is then used as fuel for rails, minecarts and trains and the tunnel bore, and it's also used to make steel, which is another very useful product. So you'll be needing a lot of coal for railcraft. And Steve's carts uses coal coke, I think. I haven't actually done much with coal with Steve's carts actually. Last time I did anything with Steve's carts it was a couple of builds ago, so it's changed a bit since then. Still, I'm looking forward to getting to grips with that. Steve's carts is a very useful mod. Right, so we are very nearly done with this tree. I mean, we're still quite high off the ground, but there's not as much to do now. I need to find some jungle trees as well, because jungle trees you'll find cocoa beans, which obviously for a dye they're useful, and with the barrel in this game I generally have, well, it's not quite a farm, but with jungle wood, if you place a jungle wood just on its own, you can place cocoa beans onto the jungle wood and they'll grow. And it was kind of like farming, but not quite. Oh dear. I should have shifted on there. Made sure I didn't fall. Right, I need to get home quickly now, it's getting dark. Right, which side? There we go. Smart this time. I learn from my mistakes. Right, need to get some saplings because I want to be able to replant that. Right, how many do I have? 11. Right, one more, make 12. There we go. Because you need 4 redwood saplings to plant a redwood tree. And here you see what I mean about wood. I have 3 stacks. That would take up a fair bit of space there, but, well, let's say 2. If I make 2 barrels, then I can have 1 for the redwood logs, which I will get massive amounts of. I mean, just by chopping down 1 tree I have 3 stacks, so I'm going to be getting a lot of this. I'm going to be making plural turtles because they're just fantastic, and I'll be setting the turtles. Oh, I thought I had some cobblestone. Oh yeah, silly bugger. Right, I'll be setting the turtles up as tree cutters. so I'm going to be getting a lot of redwood saplings and redwood. So it's always a good idea to plan your storage. Right, do I want to dig this out some more? I don't know. Right, well, I've got that. As soon as those eggs didn't work, I'll just fill that back up. So it looks a bit ugly leaving it like that. Right, as soon as I'm on a hill, I don't really want to be digging out that way or that way, because I'll just come out into the open, won't I? Right, I suppose it'll be down then. The sooner I start digging, the sooner I'll get to redstone. Start making some turtles. Right, well, seeing as this is promising to be the boring part of the video, I shall cut off here and join you back when I've done something.